Hi everyone, back here for another video. Today let's have a look at my two most recent favorite keyboards, the Keychron K3 and the Logitech MX Keys Mini. If you've been here on my channel, you will know that I love the low profile quiet typing. So yes, these two keyboards have low profile typing, quiet typing in their own different ways, but also give satisfying clicks. So let's start off with some typing sound tests. Let me know which typing sound you prefer. Now let's see how to connect these keyboards to different devices. For the Keychron K3, press and hold the function key and choose one of the device switches here. The key will light up in color blue and will start to slowly blink to indicate that I'm ready to pair. Once I pair it up successfully, the blue light stops blinking and I'm good to go. Connecting the Logitech MX Keys Mini is somehow the same but different. It's because I don't need to press the function key, and I can simply press one of these pairing switches here. I just press and hold and then the indicator light will start blinking. Then the iPad or Windows or even Android will ask me to enter the pairing code. So I type in the numbers like nothing is happening, but there is something happening behind the scene, and once I hit enter, then I'm connected. One big difference between these two keyboards is that for the Keychron K3, I need to also flick the switch here at the back. So if I'm using this with my iPad, I have to remember to switch it to iOS or Mac. Or when I use this on my work laptop, which is Windows, or if I use it on my new Samsung Tab S8, I have to make sure to flick the switch back to Windows or Android. So unlike the Logitech MX Keys Mini, there's no such thing, and I can immediately use this on my iPad. And if I switch to my Windows laptop, I can also use it instantly. And if I use it on my Tab S8, it's automatically compatible with all these operating systems. Now, about the function keys. On the Logitech MX Keys Mini, these have almost standard function keys, so what I will talk about here are the unique buttons that are different from the other keyboards. First is the dedicated button for dictation, which, by the way, works well on the iPad. Please like and subscribe. Appreciate your support. See ya! The second unique button on the MX Keys Mini is the emoji key. Again, it works well on my iPad. And this time it works on Windows too, whether typing on Word or in Teams chat. And this also works on Tab S8. The last unique button is the mic mute or unmute button, but this doesn't work on the iPad and the Tab S8, and I guess that is because Logitech says this needs to be turned on from the Logitech Options app. This app is not available on the iPad and Android, and while it can be downloaded on Windows laptop, I cannot download the app as it is restricted by our IT administrator. One last neat feature that I guess many people will love: the MX Keys Mini can be locked to work as function keys by doing function plus escape. Then F1 will work as F1. For example, in Word, it will show the help options, or F2 will work in Excel to go into a cell, and so on and so forth. As for the Keychron K3, doing function plus X plus L on Windows or Android will make the function keys work as function keys. On macOS, they said to change it in the keyboard settings. The Keychron K3 has the function keys to control the screen brightness, and so it works well on my iPad. And when I switch to Windows, it works as well, but it adjusts the brightness of the laptop display and not my external monitor. This brightness control also works on the Samsung Tab S8. The F3 and the F4 keys don't work on the iPad though, but it works on Windows and the Samsung Tab S8. Though F4 works differently, where in Windows it brings up the File Explorer, while in the Tab S8 it opens my Gmail. I don't know how to change it, so anyone has tips, please leave it in the comment section down below. F5 and F6 are for the keyboard backlights, and the others are the media controls, the screenshot key, and the delete key. And the last one is the button to turn on and adjust to different RGB lights. As for the build of these two keyboards, what I see are the same for this, are that both are clicky in their own way. I have the brown switches on the Keychron K3, so it gives me a bit of the tactile feel, but still remains to be quiet. I also have the red switches, and if you want to see a comparison between the red and the brown switches, check out my other video, link in the description below. The Logitech MX Keys Mini does not have mechanical switches as far as I'm aware, but this has the tactile typing feel as well. So both keyboards give me a really nice satisfying feel and a nice clicky sounds. I love typing on both these keyboards. Another similarity for these two keyboards are that the keycaps have a matte finish, making it grippy but at the same time easy to glide and slide between the keys. The MX Keys Mini has this circular dome that let the fingers easily and correctly touch the keys. The K3, on the other hand, has its own version where the keys are slightly curved. This also helps to fit the fingers correctly on the keys. But the MX Keys Mini having bigger keys makes it more comfortable to type on, and I guess this is more suited for those who have big hands or fingers. In terms of the height of these keyboards, the MX Keys Mini is lower than the Keychron K3. And for me personally, it's much easier to use since my wrist is relaxed on the desk. It has the slanted body, if I can say that, and this makes it a bit ergonomic to type on. The Keychron K3 is higher, but not that high, and I got used to typing on it without a wrist pad. The Keychron K3 has 2 levels of rubber feet to make it more ergonomic. But personally, I don't use it. I'm fine with the normal height. Both also have backlights, and since the Keychron K3 is a mechanical keyboard, it comes with tons of lighting options. I can use F5 to dim or turn off the backlights, and F6 is to make it brighter. But to be honest, the lights are so dim, it's kind of useless when I have my desk lights on. It's only visible when it's dark. The Logitech MX Keys Mini also has backlights, but only in white and not RGB, and it can go really bright. What's cool about the MX Keys Mini is that it has the proximity sensor, so when I put my hands close to it, it will automatically turn on the lights. But in daily use, I turn off the backlights of the MX Keys Mini to save battery life. So that brings me to the next topic, which is the battery life of these keyboards. Keychron claims the K3 can last up to 70 hours when not using the backlights. From experience, I think that is a good estimate battery life, though my usage sometimes vary as I sometimes accidentally touch the backlight button here on the top right. And since the backlights are dim, especially when I use my monitor bar light, then I don't notice that the keyboard lights are on. And there's no battery indicator on the Keychron K3, and it will just tell me I need to charge when this tiny red light at the back of the keyboard starts blinking, and that is if I notice it, as it's really, really tiny. Logitech claims that the MX Keys Mini can last up to 5 months when the backlights are not turned on. I got this keyboard by end of May this year, and the battery was around 50%. Now it's almost time to charge, as it's now showing around 25%. I'm confident that after fully charging this, it will last a long time. So yeah, that's a lot of information, so I hope you find this useful, and feel free to share it to anyone who needs this. Like this video if you like it, and I hope you do, as it takes a lot of my time to make this video for you guys. And that's it. Thanks for watching.